dream ha idea for some months now no yintua wo mo eka dachi de bia no ebe hadwene eba no cocoa investment wo Ghana hanum say, and you could see say we share the reporter bana na che say ye blame the major organization handle cocoa affairs wo Ghana hanum say, which is the Ghana COCOBOD womo enansa bebre etnet no womo. So, and mind you, the CEO of COCOBOD yankasa
Randy Abbey.
Yes, Randy Abbey. International say as no na ye twe na say, because there've been a lot of protests against Randy Abbey being changed. E bi che say onye na adwuma bra ye hia no wo farmers day no okobo any ade. And so this news coming up say the farmers, cocoa farmers, for some time now no omuyentua omuka ama oko international world, and I said the international space no so there's some this organization being there about very, very interesting. And I think that Chris would give us more explanation to this. And then the air cost, so why are the cocoa farmers not being paid?
So 2025 November, cocoa, I think say July, August, September, October, November, muhono up till now no. Yentia cocoa for no yentia moka.
Okay.
And no and abana kwakoye and send be, but before you ever call routers there no so no. I mean na aban men can say aban that or na aban for aba.
Okay.
And our policies assessment as to how na omuto cocoa Ghana has say e de kwama no no and also assessment. Enti eno and ama saa niema we aba no. Enti you ever call we no so na ya chim so that you kasa nkoye bebre.
Okay.
And that is what we have on our screens. Ghana's cocoa farmers are unpaid and investment in next harvest at risk. And any routers or more reports are on the HSSC, you know, Ghana ha ye cocoa farmers are on the cocoa drama so at the Ghana so they call the international market a cotton, you know, CCA into Moka Amanaka Koye Asem Honum. And I'll say some of Ghanaian farmers have not been paid and investment in the next harvest at risk, as international traders refuse to pay the upfront sums the state regulator has sought under a new model for purchasing cocoa beans, sources said. The revamped system introduced for the 2024-2025 season shifted the burden of pre-financing purchases from the Ghana Cocoa Board or COCOBOD to international traders.
Okay.
And any the new format aba.
Okay.
And you can or the old one be mine.
Okay.
But then they see the trend say omo na ye to cocoa wo ho no first no na COCOBOD e pre-finance.
Okay.
What I say omo the scan ma yes omo the be ma cocoa cratch for no licensed cocoa buyers, cocoa beans buyers no be concras no ma kototo no omo the aba. And you omo the ba na Ghana buy and as a COCOBOD is also they are called the international markets no maka cotton. But see you know the new reform by 2024-2025 no chirimo COCOBOD NG sa burden into omo so bio enti na omo na be pre-finance me can say omo na di sika be ma cocoa cratch for no mo makogigi cocoas na ba now cocoa farmers na de be ba ni anche ni akoton ya koton ani de musika abramo. You understand? Enti no so no we have international bodies omo to cocoa no from Ghana omo na they bring money omo discover ema ye de yes pre-financing no but see ya omo so omo jai nkan sa so international sources and traders no omo jai so omo discover ba na ye de to cocoa no answer. Do you understand? You always say you may pre-order what I say it area we to 15 tons. It is only 15 tons. I be able to move 10 tons, and I say a move half. It be 7 and 8 tons. Now they don't know. I come a year cocoa for, and I say I'm Jim part to ho. Now I'm the cocoa and the banana much area. They come cocoa farmers. No, as I say, you know, almost say amount na Ghana yen ton e cocoa no. Ne one was true. It is our pre-financing no. Almost 8 million. The next harvest no will be at risk because the coin and the one acquired the DNA my. And chose akoka bi koguma na amana pa akoya asem wo hono. That is the very first part of the explanation no. And say omo de ye de routers right up net to so eto a yebetimi ato aso.
Okay.
Enti the revamp system introduced in 2024 eno na yeka ho asem no nti yebekọ down na yato aso the amount more. Enti also following better than expected production this season, the traders' unwillingness to pay deposits of at least 60% of the value of forward contracts at the start of the season has left the world's second largest producer with a big stockpile. Three sources familiar with the situation said, though they were unable to quantify the stockpile. COCOBOD did not respond to requests for comment. First, no then can be a mutua 60% upfront. The cocoa ne bremo 60% was a mutua no. Foreign traders, no, as international traders, no will pay that 60%. Ne be akem. Ebi kemo the cocoa ne ba and as a supply man we are not more the remaining 40% now. But you see, you know. Omuchimu asika omonde eto Ghana ye cocoa the second largest producer ye Ghana cocoa no ni boy din enti omu entimi yes upfront 60% payment no
okay
enti eno na farmers ni nya ahotoso se nka omu de on cocoa ne kwa nka e betimi atu omoka but then say 60% no omu agyan so omu betua enti eno ana ama the previous harvest now omu de koe no akokem no enti se we nya sika for the end of 2025 January adwuma wo so mo ye wo mo farms ne so ni nyina no omuntimi nye nti ebema ebi nso kra wo hono mo a wo se ye de ko na yenya ho sika de ba nti eno ne stockpile no but you see omuntimi quantify how many bags and how many tons and a pile gu wa yentimi fan ko international market enko ton ye nti enhwe what are some of the reasons are accounting for sanema we and no Reuters they buy on our screens you be falling international cocoa markets in Ghana ha cocoa price so internationally no so we better say we don't know whether the government want to please the farmers what I say because say we turn aboarding now the cocoa market say we turn aboarding no almost your month because there's a falling market for cocoa price ne swati yes aban no so e be boka enti eno ne niema sisi akoka mega say akotwetwe COCOBOD for bo enti omuntimi entua farmers. A global surplus has driven down cocoa prices by around 20% so far this year after a 50% drop last year in 2024. Internationally traded cocoa prices surged by 160%. Enti oka 2024 and last year said 2024 it was a season 2024-2025. But I say near 2025-2026. I say football season.
Yeah.
It is sad. Into 2024-2025. That is what is causing a yes anima we also under Ghana's cocoa financing system. Farmers sell beans to the licensed buying companies that in turn sell them to COCOBOD, which sells to international traders through its marketing company. And that is a system, no, and a wohodada. Still now, and one the wohodada, see, and COCOBOD for emphasis can cobio. They rely on the or more mobile tono, the international traders, or more any different. You record down here the new system. Now, how is it coping with the new market prices? And hence, the revision of a decades-old system, and under the previous system that had been in place. But before that, I think you had the prices itself. But you cost cocoa prices currently, a honor but you cost no, you down. Down. The prices are there. I be share. Okay, no, young cost before the revision, no. Before the revision, a second source at a licensed buying company told Reuters Ghana's farm gate price set annually by the regulator was untenably high. Now, I don't know starting and the prices are not Ghana you're setting for your cocoa, no. Now it was so do
okay
as compared to the international, markets, no. That was so. I say Ghana in October said it was setting its farm gate price 58,000 Ghana cedis. That is approximately $4,640 per metric ton, an increase of 12
The welfare of our personnel remains a top priority. I fully support initiatives such as the proposed Mutual Health Fund for service personnel and their families, which will improve access to health care and financial security. And as you were told, the seed money for the fund, the trust fund, the welfare fund, will be provided by the National Security Secretariat. I also acknowledge the generosity of Mr. Kofi Appiah, CEO of All Day Ventures, for supporting this noble cause. I bring thee tidings of great joy, and it pleases me to announce that your new salary scales will start in March. In the year 2020, the previous administration, just before the elections, introduced CI 129, which increased length of service, resulting in significant increases in retirement and gratuity payments for retiring officers. It will interest you to know that over the 4 years following the year 2020, the previous administration made no budgetary allocation to operationalize the new gratuity levels. This has led to a pile-up of arrears exceeding 1 billion cedis, owed to about 3,000 personnel of different ranks. I've asked the Honorable Minister of Finance to make release for the 19th.
All right, easy. For more for Ashafone, for more function, your chica. But then, yes, and she said, in the Ghana prices now, the international markets, no, it was so. And the mass international traders are near you, must say, no, COCOBOD, the bed in the courtrooms and communia pre-finance not previously COCOBOD, no, or move some media to know my view. And you know, and as I say, affected your farmers now. I want to talk some more. And as I say, area, the vision of a decades-old system. How was the old system working? Under the previous system that had been in place for 3 decades, that is about 30 years, COCOBOD raised funds annually via syndicated loans and disbursed them to the licensed buying companies, which in turn bought beans from farmers and delivered them to the regulator for onward sale to the international markets. The old system, no, and I have boss watch them one next. I say, COCOBOD, Kojimo, and a coin on the first 1 million syndicated, loans. Now, actually, the amount a year cocoa catch for no licensed companies or to cocoa. Now, ako farmers no honoma to cocoa no ediaba. And it beans no cocoa beans never. And sana COCOBOD was also abo akekani nyina bom na equipe warehouse. The necessary packaging sacks on the baby. Anyhow, on the packaging and bibia and some on the international markets now. So that was the former a choir so and they took cocoa na say exercise no a day's answer when about cocoa farmers or actually Ghana.
So does it mean that the old system was better than the new system?
Well, the old system I say was better because that time no cocoa catch no otoko na autono na otua cocoa farmers neka. So you could see that it was a direct payments
okay.
Na autono na you are paying the farmers but say cocoa no ho even one dey call ya yen tu omoka ye say dey omoka as at the October November January November December January so abeka hu we have to pay them. Okay. Because of say international traders first come and also there is a stockpile which has been piled somewhere. The next harvest also remember said there was an investment. Ebi mu koji loans, ebi mu koji sika or banks ho and eco shemu. Ni nyina so betimi akwa in the next one. Enti first of all, the call October, November, December, January, Becca, and fight into Omoka. And a so about Becca will be good, baby warehouse there. This is here. I want to through cocoa crash for COCOBOD into Guho. The next harvest too, as was reported by Reuters, is also at risk.
Okay, it was your first way any sema a cocoa issues are so Ghana had the fact that at this point cocoa farmers be high COCOBOD and I'm semeka say edi omo eka based on the fact that omo cocoa no intimi enton ye with the international world and sha na affect omo because enya dia omo ebetimi enya